Hey guys, so we're going to talk about how to set up your local business and your WordPress website up for success when it comes to Google search and getting all of the information set up for SEO for your local business. So we're going to start installing my favorite SEO plugin for WordPress called Rank Math. The marketing clerics, we are pro members, agency members of this plugin and swear by it. So it's a great service. So we'll install this. And no, we are not affiliates of Rank Math. So I'm going to connect my account. And we're playing around in Brian's sandbox. So there's a couple different modes here. You can do easy mode. So just basic practices, advanced mode. We're kind of going to we're going to go into advanced mode because we got to set up business address and phone number and all that kind of stuff. So Brian's Sandbox is going to be a small business site. The business type is going to match your organization type. So local business is probably going to be the most common, but there's also specific categories of businesses. So we've got childcare, dry cleaning, amusement park, casino, nightclub, bar. I wish it was a bar. That would be fun. So yeah, we're just gonna choose local business, and that's gonna get internet cafe. That's gonna get us what we need. Each of these will have different options for you, but what we need is local business. Website name, this is going to be the name of your local business. We're going to call it the Wizards Club. Okay. And then logo for Google. You want to make sure you upload a logo with this minimum size. You want to have square images. This will actually show up in search engines. So if you're searching for a local game store, it'll show up not in there, but it'll sometimes show up in the sidebar here next to your search result. So I always have that there. Default social share image. So this is actually when you are sharing your link to your website, or if you're sharing a link like within iMessage or Android, it'll actually show a preview of this image. So we're not going to upload anything for now, but those are there. And then you have the option to connect Google Search Console or Google Analytics. Since this is a demo site, we're not going to do that. But Google Search Console is a service that allows you to, that keeps track of the keywords that land on your website, what the page ranks are for each of the keywords, as well as some of the pages and where they fall, how many clicks you get, and that kind of stuff. Google Analytics is a platform that allows you to track how many people are visiting your site, what pages they're visiting, if they're filling out any forms, buying any product, that kind of stuff. So connecting those services right to Rank Math will help you with site ownership verification, with tracking keyword rankings, all that kind of stuff within Rank Math. So those are kind of add-on features of Rank Math. So next we have sitemap. So sitemap is basically a map of your site. It's just a listing of all the links that your website has, and this tells Google what to publish on their search engine. So we want to include images in all of our sitemaps, pages, landing pages, posts typically. If you've got any blogs, they'll show up here as well. Public taxonomies, categories, so that's for like products. If you have a WooCommerce site, you'll see products here as well. News sitemaps, so if you are posting news articles or updates that are newsworthy, you want to put on Google News, you can turn this on. So allows you to put in what the name is, identify what post type it is, but most often you're going to have that disabled. Video sitemap. So this is if you have a number of videos that you host on your website. This is not like videos that you post on YouTube and then put on your website. That's not what this is for. This is actually for videos that you store on your website. So we're going to turn that off. We're going to hit save and continue. Now we've got SEO tweaks. So we want to leave the no index on empty categories and tag archives. That's correct. So what that means is the website will tell Google, don't index these, don't put these on search engines because they're empty. There's no information on it. We don't want people to try to find them. So that's what no index means. No follow external links. This is an option. Google doesn't really honor this much anymore. They don't pay attention to this this option, so you can just leave that disabled. That's fine. Opening external links in new tabs window. This is nice by default. So any link that you put in there that is not on your website will open in a new tab or a new window. So when people click on it, so it's a nice feature to have. And then we're done with the basic setup. So now we can jump into advanced options. Role manager, this is if you want to set up custom roles. So let's say you have an editor that is basically in charge of editing any of the blog content, page content that's out there. You can give them permissions to specific settings within Rank Math. Same thing for authors. So like if you have someone who's writing content for you, you want them to see what the on-page analysis is, what the optimization scores are, that kind of stuff. You can set that for the author to see that, but not make any other changes. So that is role-based for the role manager. So we can continue there. 404 monitor. So a 404 is a not found page, and so if Google sees that page, it's kind of a red flag. It's a hey, this website's not updated. We're going to put it down in the search rankings. So turning that on is good. What it'll do is it will basically redirect. You can redirect the 404 monitor into the homepage, basically. So that way those 404 pages with those broken links don't have as negative of impact to your SEO. So now here's the schema. So schema markup is the language that Google uses to translate search results and display search results. And so the schema type that we have for posts, we want to leave that as article and have it as a blog post. That's fine. Pages, we may not want a schema. We may make it as a service. So if you're providing a service-based local business, that would be that. Or if it's if every page is a product, you can do that. But most often, article is fine. I'm leaving it as article. And so the other thing is landing pages. So if you have landing pages on your site, most often you don't have a schema for those because those are direct linked. And so Google's not going to really index those. They'll index them, but that's not the purpose of landing pages. So, anyway, so we get through that. Here is the dashboard for Rank Math. And there's a few things that you can do in here. So some of the settings were in the setup wizard. Some of them are not. So this local SEO was not exactly in the setup wizard. I don't know why, but it's not. So we click on that and go into settings. This is our biggest thing that we need to do when we're setting up Rank Math for local business. And so we want to choose, it's an organization, the name, the person or organization's name, a brief description of what the business offers, adding a logo, uploading a logo following our minimum requirements and making sure it's squared. This is the URL of the website. And then here's the thing that sometimes is really beneficial. So if you have a store, like in town, we have a game store that has one location here, they have another location up in St. Paul. And so I can check this multiple locations option. And basically it will show me multiple addresses. I can put in specific addresses for each of those businesses. So for now, I'm going to leave it as single That's my email, and then we'll put in the address. So like our address here is put in locality, that's city, region is state, postal code, and country is country. So, and then we can have the address format full layout like that. And then again, here's our business type. We can change that if we wanted to. Here are open hours. So this is published right over to Google. And so we set what our hours are for that. Opening hours format, that's fine. Here's our customer service number, but you can also add additional numbers. So if you have a sales number or like a reservations number, so if you're running an escape room, you have a reservations number, you can have that published out to Google as well. Price range, so this is for local businesses. Google has like the $sign commonality. So typically I think it's $5 to $10 is $1 sign, 10 to 20 is $2, 20 to 40 is $3, and then anything over 50, I think is $4 signs. So or something like that. So that's kind of how you set that. If you have any additional information that you wanted to share with Google, so if you have founding date, if you have number of employees, if you need to share your tax ID number for some reason, if you have a DUNS number that you need to share, some of that is shown here. These will be, these are kind of public details, so you want to make sure you're not sharing anything private there. Google Maps API key, so I'll do another video on how to set this up, but an API key for Google Maps so that when you have a map embedded on your website, it actually shows something. It's pretty easy to set up, but geo coordinates. So if you pull up like your website, you can, or your Google listing, you can actually, I think you can just ping. Maybe not here. Maybe I got to do it in the map itself, but yeah, this is live and unfiltered. But you should be able to find, if you wanted to put your geo coordinates, you can. Otherwise, it's not a super big deal. Putting in, defining your about page, defining your contact page, all that stuff is set up for your local location schema, basically. So, so if we added all this information, this then basically puts out and publishes to Google what your business is, where it is, what the phone numbers are, and any other pertinent information related to your local business. So that's kind of the biggest thing that you should set up when it comes to local businesses in your WordPress website. I'll do an expanded video on setting up multiple locations. So those of you who have more than one shop or more than one building, so that you know how to do that and set that up with Rank Math as well. So that is it for this video. Thank you all for watching. This is Adam from the Marketing Cleric signing off.